Hi friends, Dana Walters here again. I'm a woman in recovery and a leadership trainer for the Yoga of 12-Step Recovery, or Y12SR. This month I'm offering as my gift to you supports and practices for addiction recovery, whether we're talking about substance abuse or other behaviors or patterns, in honor of National Recovery Month and National Yoga Month. In our first practice, we explored resourcing in the form of grounding, centering, and orienting. These tools of embodied self-awareness can help us when we're feeling anxious, sad, or distracted, or when we're experiencing a dysregulated nervous system, to help us enhance the felt sense of presence and support. On a path of recovery, finding our foundation, our stability is critical, often a very critical early step. And at any time, distractions, difficult emotions, and sensations can overwhelm us. And that, unfortunately, can be a danger to our sense of stability. So resourcing is an important tool that we can use whenever we feel agitated or we feel doubtful. We can hit the pause button, as we often say in Y12SR. This is our second practice, and so today we're adding another resource to our toolbox, and that is the practice of conscious breathing. And notice that I didn't say deep breathing. That unfortunately can be difficult to immediately access, especially in times like these. So what I'll invite you to try is bringing deeper and deeper awareness or consciousness to your breath. And so simply the act of tuning our attention toward our breathing can be so useful in helping us find space between a stimulus, so something that happens, and our response to it. And this can be a lifesaver as we live our way into sustainable addiction recovery. And if we do find deeper breath somehow, this may help us increase the flow of our vital life force, our energy, our prana. In the dis-ease of addiction, often there is a blockage or even a loss of prana. So we want to begin to allow that energy to move when it's ready to move within the system. So we'll begin to connect to a resource first, and then we'll become aware of our body's breathing. We'll explore sensations, the way we hold our body awareness, and we'll pay attention to the way that our energy changes, fluctuates, and moves throughout the practice. So I will say this, that if at any time you feel yourself becoming dizzy or nauseous physically, or the emotions run high, which can happen, I invite you to just notice it. Maybe connect to a resource such as grounding, centering, and orienting, and perhaps even pause the practice and just return to your normal breathing until you feel ready to try again. All of these practices can become more accessible and more effective with the time and depth of our practice. So it's important, as we say in recovery, to keep coming back. And it's equally important, maybe even more so, that as we do the practices and we take care of ourselves as needed, that we realize that we always have the element of choice. We always have the element of choice. So let's begin. As before, I'll invite you to find a seat that feels supportive. You might sit in a chair, or on the side of a bed, or on a cushion on the floor like me. So whatever works best for you right now, just take a moment to find your seat. And if you like having the eyes closed, I'll invite you to close the eyes. Or simply soften them and allow them to focus gently on whatever is in front of you. Here today with me, I've got my buddies Jasper and Jake. They're chilling out on either side of me as we practice. First, find a resource. Connect to your seat, your legs, your feet, whatever is touching the floor or the support underneath you. Feel that presence of support. Feel yourself arrive here, now. And now connect to your center. So bringing your awareness to the space between your navel and your chest. We're going to return our awareness here in a moment. For now, just feel the sensations present right now in this space. You might find a little more space in the body by sitting up just a little bit taller. And finally, take a moment to get a sense of the space around you. The room, the sounds, the scents, the feeling of the air on your skin, and the clothing that you know you have on today. Take a moment to note the time of day, the month, the year. Simply orient yourself in present time and notice that this moment, this space, right now, is holding you just as you are. And you might soften the shoulders just a little, and then imagine offering a little more room around the sides for the breath practice. Now, we'll begin to notice the flow of our breath just as it is. Just continue to breathe in and out as I guide you through the different parts of the body. If you like, you can gently place your fingertips or hands on the parts of you that are mentioned in order to consciously connect your awareness, your breath, and your body. With the mouth closed, so breathing in and out through your nose. First, bring your awareness to the tip of the nose. Feel the air moving in through the nostrils. Sense the temperature and the feeling of the air as it moves in. Know that as the air enters the nostrils, it becomes a part of you, part of your body. Allow the air to move into you. And as it does, feel any sensations in the forehead, or perhaps the space behind your eyes and your nose. Now, as you breathe, feel the sensation of air at the back of your throat. Feel the temperature and the sensations of the air moving into the back of your throat. Feel the back of your tongue soften, your jaw soften as the air moves down into your throat. Even listen to the sound of your breath as it moves. You might hear a whisper sound. Listen closely to the sound for the duration of our practice. Next, feel the air as it moves into the upper chest, the collarbone area, the shoulders. Perhaps feel a broadening of the collarbone area, a gentle lifting of the chest, and a bit of expansion even in the upper back across the tops of your shoulders. Moving along, we'll feel the breath move down into the lungs, remembering that the lungs are three-dimensional. So as the breath deepens its reach into the lungs, we might feel a broadening of the torso, the upper back, and the outer ribs. maybe the center of your chest. So feel the movement of your body as your breath travels ever deeper inward. Feel the breath moving deeper inward. And now we'll even bring awareness to our mid and lower back, our sides, and our belly. As you breathe and your breath travels ever inward, notice the softening that can happen as we relax the belly a little and allow an expansion there. This creates a space for the diaphragm, an important internal muscle that we use both in our breathing and in our internal response system, to engage downward, allowing for a fuller breath to arise. Now, this can feel foreign if we're just learning about it, so we'll spend just a few extra moments practicing here. Inhale, belly expands and softens. Diaphragm moves down a bit, ribs expand, breath fills up. And then exhaling, breath empties, diaphragm moves in and up as the belly draws inward. You might very gently engage the muscles around and beneath the navel as you exhale, even feeling a drawing in and up of the muscles that sit at the base of your spine, if that works for you. Breathing in and breathing out. Now beginning to slow the process, taking a little longer with each breath. If it works to establish a rhythm, you might inwardly count to 5. Inhale, 1, belly, 2, chest, 3, shoulders, 4, throat, 5, nostrils. Pause for 1, 2, and exhale, 5, nose, 4, throat, 3, collarbones, 4, chest, 5, belly. Continuing this for 1 more minute. Inhaling belly, chest, shoulders, throat, nostrils. Exhaling nostrils, throat, shoulders, chest, belly. As you breathe, notice what's present now. Notice the current state of your body and any emotions, sensations, or comfort or discomfort. Notice your energy levels, the quality of your energy. Notice your mind, thoughts flowing through your awareness. And notice that you're noticing. When you feel ready, you may open the eyes if they were closed. I invite you to practice resourcing and conscious breathing anytime you feel you need a tool to become present and to increase the feeling of available vital energy. It's normal to get depleted in our culture, and it can be an act of self-love to return to these tools to help sustain us as we do our work in the world as a person in recovery. The first step, as we often say, is just to acknowledge what's happening, and the next step is to choose to use the power of this practice to restore ourselves. May our practice be continuous and our hearts be steady, and may our efforts be a benefit to all beings.